On the northern edge of London, Ontario, there's a neighborhood that didn't exist a generation ago, and today it's one of the most sought after places in the city of London to raise a family. This is Uplands, and whether the plan is buying here, selling here, or simply understanding what makes this pocket of North London, Ontario different, Ryan Hodge and Sandra Tavares, London, Ontario real estate brokers, are breaking it all down. The history, the schools, the parks, and what actually makes this neighborhood work for the families who live here. Uplands is by London standards young. The first homes here went up in the 1990s and early 2000s, and the neighborhood has kept expanding northward ever since. New streets, new builds, still being added today, right up to the newest sections in the far north end of the community. That means almost everything in Uplands was built with modern families in mind from day one. Wide lots, contemporary layouts, and a master planned feel that's hard to find in London's older, more established neighborhoods. The community sits within the Stoney Creek watershed, with the Powell Drain running through the area, a detail that shaped how the neighborhood was planned from the ground up, right down to the parks, the stormwater management, and the green corridors residents walk through every day. That kind of planning is part of why Uplands feels as connected and cohesive as it does, even as it continues to grow. The neighborhood's anchor school carries a name with real London history behind it. Jack Chambers Public School is named for John Jack Chambers, a London-born painter and experimental filmmaker widely regarded as one of the most significant Canadian artists of the 20th century. Chambers developed a style he called perceptual realism, trained in Madrid, and in the late 1960s, founded Canadian Artists Representation, now the national body representing visual arts across the country. His work today hangs in the National Gallery of Canada, the Art Gallery of Ontario, and Museum London, and his film work is still studied by experimental filmmakers decades later. It's a detail most people driving past the school on Sunningdale's never learn, and it's part of what gives even London's newest neighborhoods real character and roots. Families in Uplands are served by Jack Chambers Public School, which opened in 1992 and expanded with an 8-classroom addition in 2006 as the neighborhood's population grew, a sign of just how quickly this community filled in with young families over the years. The school building still hosts community programming on evenings and weekends today, functioning as a genuine gathering point for the neighborhood, not just a place that kids go during the day. From Jack Chambers, students move on to Medway Secondary School or A.B. Lucas Secondary School, both part of the Thames Valley District School Board. Both schools have long track records serving North London families, giving parents a clear established path from elementary right through to graduation without ever having to leave this side of the city. There are also other Catholic school options as well, both in public school and secondary school opportunities. Green space is woven through Uplands in a way few other London neighborhoods can match. Virginia Park, the largest in the area, centers around a pond and includes a soccer field, a baseball diamond, playgrounds, and walking paths. The kind of central green space that ends up hosting birthday parties, pickup games, and after-school hangouts all summer long. Heron Haven Park connects directly to the Uplands Trail, with play structures and a half basketball court. Northbrook Park adds another pocket of green space closer to the neighborhood's older streets, and Powell Farm Park, the newest addition, serves the northernmost section still under active development. Tying it all together is the Uplands Trail running north to south through the length of the neighborhood. It's the kind of connective spine that turns a collection of streets into an actual community. Residents use it to walk kids to school, bike to the park, or just get outside without ever needing to get in a car. And for anything beyond the neighborhood itself, Masonville Place, anchored by major retailers and a movie theater, is about a 4-minute drive away, along with easy access to the rest of North London and Western University. It's a rare combination, a quiet, almost secluded residential feel with big city convenience just minutes away. The homes themselves are almost entirely single detached, low density, and contemporary. Wide lots, larger square footage, and layouts built for growing families rather than starter buyers. There are pockets of townhomes as well, concentrated closer to the western edge of the neighborhood along Fanshawe Park Road. The northern stretch, developed more recently, has leaned further into luxury, single-family construction, and even some vacant land condominium product, giving move-up buyers newer inventory without ever leaving the city. That mix makes Uplands a natural fit for a specific kind of buyer. Families upgrading into their next home who want more space than their first purchase gave them, professionals who want quiet and room to grow without sacrificing a reasonable commute, and buyers who'd simply rather walk into new construction than take on someone else's renovation project. It's also a neighborhood that continues to attract buyers precisely because it's still growing. There's still new inventory coming, which isn't something every established London neighborhood can offer. If Uplands looks like the right fit, or even if the search is still wide open, Ryan Hodge and Sandra Tavares, London, Ontario real estate brokers, are ready to help. Reach out anytime through the link below to talk through the neighborhood, the current inventory, and whether this is the right corner of London to call home. Uplands has consistently held its place as one of London's strongest performing neighborhoods for resale value, driven by steady demand for newer construction, its proximity to Masonville, and a buyer pool that keeps growing as the neighborhood itself keeps expanding north. It's a neighborhood that tends to hold buyer interest even when the broader market shifts, simply because the combination of new build inventory and this location just doesn't exist in many other parts of the city. For buyers and sellers alike, that steady demand is exactly why local, current guidance matters, and why working with brokers who track the specific pocket of the city, not just the city as a whole, makes the real difference between a good outcome and a great one. And this one is personal. Ryan raised his 3 sons right through this school system, starting at Jack Chambers Public School, right in the heart of Uplands, before they moved on to Medway Secondary School and A.B. Lucas Secondary School. Ryan still coaches high school football at A.B. Lucas today, which means he's not just recommending these schools from a research brief. He's spent years in these hallways, on these fields, and on these sidelines. That's the kind of knowledge that doesn't show up on a listing sheet or a market report. It's the difference between telling a family the schools here are good and being able to say from firsthand experience exactly what it's like to raise kids through this system from their very first day of school to their last day of high school. For families weighing a move to Uplands with kids of their own, that's not a small thing. It's years of lived experience in the exact schools their kids would attend. That's Uplands, one of London, Ontario's newest neighborhoods, built for families, anchored by real community, and backed by the kind of local knowledge that only comes from actually living it. For more on Uplands or any other neighborhood across from London, Ontario, reach out to Ryan Hodge and Sandra Tavares, London, Ontario real estate brokers today.